Hey everybody, LT Mad here of Gaming Factions, coming at you with a video I've been really excited to produce for the last week, which is things to know before the Dark Below. The date on my recording of this is the 3rd of the 12th of December. The DLC drops in approximately 6 days, so before the Dark Below came out, I thought I'd just give you guys a bit of a rundown of what we know thus far, and what to expect, and what you should be ready to do to go into the DLC. So, before we delve into all my juicy data that I've collected, I will read what the official Destiny website says about Expansion 1. And I quote, "Expand your Destiny adventure with a wealth of weapons, armor, and gear earned in new story missions, 3 competitive multiplayer arenas, a new strike and raid. Beneath the surface of the moon, a long-forgotten enemy stirs. Survive the true depths of the Hellmouth to stop the dark from invading Earth." So, the one very important thing we should raise in there, a long-forgotten enemy stirs. Who is this long-forgotten enemy? The answer is Crota. So, a lot of people out there who play Destiny, probably played the campaign, and remember that Crota, there was a mission in the Destiny campaign called the Sword of Crota. And at the start of the mission, Ghost, or Peter Dinkbot, explains that Crota has been asleep or entombed for several years, and that we're going after his sword and yada yada yada. Get to use the sword, and then at the end of the mission, the sword disappears. It is my personal belief that when the sword disappeared, it awoke the Dark Commander of this hive threat, Crota, son of Oryx, as Eris says in the trailer. So, but until the 9th of December, when this comes out, it'll just be my pure speculation. Most of this video is pure speculation. So, with the new DLC comes new gear that'll raise the game to a new level, metaphorically and literally. The armor you'll receive from the raid will raise the light cap to level 32, which is... I thought they would have raised the light cap at least by 15, but 2, maybe next time. And you'll also receive new weapons themed to the Dark Below, similar to those of the first raid. So you're going to get weapons that are going to work extremely well against Hive, like the Necrochasm. Just add the Necrochasm and the Dragon's Breath, just to name 2. And for the first time in the game, you'll be able to evolve weapons using some new items which are able to upgrade the Hive weapons you get in the raid and from Eris. These materials are acquired from Eris and from completing the raid, but primarily from Eris after you level up her reputation. These new items can have the potential to upgrade a common weapon into an exotic, which is how you get the Necrochasm. Eris is our new NPC that we can find in the tower, and plays the role as a vendor and a quest giver. Quests are different to story missions. Quests are a series of missions that you have to go through. Sort of like a strike, but with story elements. So it's sort of a new thing. Smashing two things together. So, in the Dark Below trailer, the prologue trailer, which is now up in the, if you're on the destination menu on Destiny, you can listen to the prologue where I'm going to read this from. But Eris says, 6 Guardians went into the pit. Only 1 crawled out, which was her. Very ominous message. So, Eris firsthand saw the horrors of the Hellmouth, and, quote again, she saw what the Hive call a god, which is Crota. So, what was I saying? So she's our primary vendor. She'll give us exclusive bounties for the Dark Below, and she basically, certain gear of hers can only be upgraded by leveling up her reputation, similar to that of one of the factions you find around the tower, Dead Orbit, and Future War Gold, I had to think then. So you can level her up like that, so you'll probably have to stop earning Vanguard for a little bit to do the DLC. So it'll probably be similar, so you can get your weapons, your armor, and all that good jazz. What was I saying? So all this new gear Eris will help us get through the Dark Below. The game, the campaign itself is going to get 3 additional story missions, which I'm extremely excited for because I find the Destiny campaign extremely interesting. And I'm actually one of those few people who do sit there and study the Grimoire cards and learn as much as I can. So 3 new story missions, which is going to be amazing. And these missions are most likely going to give us some details or helpful tips for the new raid and the strike that's coming out. But like everything, pure speculation. The new raid has a normal difficulty of 30, and the Bungie has stated that once the new DLC comes out, there'll be new ways to raise your light level to level 30. At the moment, there's only 2, technically 3 ways to raise your level to light. Well, technically, there's one guaranteed way, and then there's 2 time-based ones. First off, you're guaranteed, well, not guaranteed, but you have a chance when you do the raid, the Vault of Glass, to get raid armor themed around the Vault of Glass, which has a light level of 30. So that's one way. Then you can have 1 piece of exotic armor, guaranteed 30. I've got my Wolfgang chestplate on my Warlock, which is my only piece of level 30 armor. Then there's the third way, which is to be lucky enough or skilled enough, as Bigfoot was and many other Destiny players were, to get level 30 armor from the Iron Banner's latest update, which I mentioned in my second last Destiny video. So they're the 3 ways. The third way is a sort of iffy one because it was a time-based event and you had to level up your Crucible. Iron Banner, I only got to level 1.5 in about 2 hours of gameplay. And you can only have 1 exotic, as everyone knows, so that limits you down, so you do need raid armor. But Bungie hasn't stated how these new ways to level up are going to work, but we'll find out. The raid itself, though, the new raid, I've noticed in little snippets from Bungie employees that they've said that the raid will be themed around a one-way trip. But will this trip be to our glory or to our doom? Only time will tell. So that is basically everything I've discovered, deciphered, hidden secret messages I've found around everywhere. So that is basically all we know thus of the 3rd in Australia, the 3rd of December in Australia. So if I find any more Destiny news, I will either add it onto the end of this video, or I'll make a whole new video as more details come out, because we are just we were basically 5 days and a few hours out from the Dark Below. So remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, all that good jazz. And if you have any general questions for us, don't be afraid to leave a comment or direct message LTMad on Twitter or Gaming Factions or anything like that. So until the DLC drops or new news drops, we'll see you on the Dark Below. LTMad out. Hey everybody, LTMad back again at the end as always. On the left you'll see our latest Destiny video, the Destiny Crota Rising, where we tell you about how our enemy Crota is invading the world already. And on the right as always you'll see Destiny Thinks Though, for those who want to know more about Destiny and those who just don't know enough. Until the Dark Below drops, LTMad out.